Hey, June 29th is National Camera Day here in the United States. It's a celebration of all things camera, especially celebrating the invention of the camera. We celebrate all cameras, and my favorite cameras, of course, are the 3D cameras. I know, strange choice. But I have 3 of them here. I've got another camera here and a couple of other cameras I'm going to show you, but these 3 I paid over $1,500 for. But that was after they were released. Do you think I paid too much and maybe these are obsolete? Let's find out. The first camera I'm going to show you is the Fujifilm W3. This camera has probably the widest stereo base. You can see the lenses are very far apart. So of almost any pocketable 3D camera in existence, probably this has the widest base. And so you're going to get really good 3D. You may not be able to get really close 3D very well, but it also has advanced features that you can kind of fake that too. And the reason I say fake is you have to do the old cha-cha thing. It's got a glasses-free screen. Hopefully you can see that in 3D, I don't know. And it's probably the best glasses-free screen of any of the cameras, possibly. And the features in this camera are 4K photos, so it's kind of dated. The video was never really good. It's 720p. This camera actually looks like a film photo when it takes a picture and not just like a video or something like that. So if you were to compare this with the Ego 3D, then this looks like a film camera. The other looks like a video camera. It may be that this is obsolete already, but this is in very good condition. I just bought it from eBay. It looks almost like it could be a museum piece. It's in such good condition. I'm going to keep this around. I might use it every once in a while. You never know. You do have to have a special USB cord to get the information from the camera to your computer, and I just bought one on Amazon the other day. So it's not exactly obsolete, but it's showing its age quite a bit. Another camera that might be obsolete. This one. It's the Views XR. This was invented by a company called Human Eyes. Human Eyes, as you can see. It is a convertible 360 to 180 VR camera. This camera was really expensive when it first came out, and I paid a pretty high price for it. This one does 5.7 across all the lenses, so you get a 5.7 video image. You can also do photos. I'm not sure what the photos are. Maybe I'll show them on the screen. The 5.7K in VR looks decent enough, but it's getting pretty bad. It's showing its age for sure. And the other thing is Human Eyes does not exist as far as I can tell. So if you have one of these cameras or you buy one from eBay and you don't have the software, you might be out of luck. This might be obsolete. I do have the software on my computer so I can still use it. But what happens is if you look at the photos or the videos from this camera, all you're going to see is one image in a circle. And it's nothing you can use. You can't expand the weird bubble image and make it anything. And it's only one of the 2 lenses. So if you were using 360, it would only show 180 in a bubble. And if you were using 3D, you'd only see one part of it. So it's only one of the lenses that shows up. The rest of it, I guess, is encoded in the file. I don't know. But you need the software to be able to use this. Now, if you have one of these and you do have the software, I would suggest uploading your videos to DOVR, because that's kind of like the YouTube of VR stuff. YouTube doesn't seem to accept 180s anymore. You can kind of fake a 180 by making it 360 by putting blank things on the side, but it's pretty complicated and it's probably just not worth the trouble, at least not for me. So this camera is pretty much obsolete. Now we come to the Sony HDR TD10. They also made an HDR TD20 and I think a HDR TD30. When you open this up, the lenses should snap open. Yeah, there they go. And it also has an auto stereoscopic screen, so you can see, whoops, you can see things in 3D with no glasses. And you can switch it into 2D just in case that kind of bothers you. I often put it, oop, I forgot to cancel the little thing. You couldn't even see that. All right, now maybe you can see it. Okay, I'll get out of the way and back in the way. Okay, so this is a pretty good camera. You get two 1080p screens. So it's two full HD screens, and I think they're stacked top and bottom, because I had a video card a while back that I plugged this into, and I was able to see top and bottom in a monitor from it. So, you know, this is a pretty good camera still. It does really good color, you know, because it's a Sony. It's got very good lenses, but unfortunately the lenses are very close together, as you can see. I can't even see them. They're very close together. And then when they did the TD10 and the TD30, they made the camera even more narrow than it is and made the lenses even closer together. So that kind of makes it hard to get really good 3D. You get shallow 3D with lenses that close together. Now, one of the things that makes this kind of obsolete is right here. You have to have, if you don't have the battery or you don't have a charger for your battery, you have to have the Sony power supply. Now, maybe you can find a generic one on Amazon. I don't know, but I do have the original power supply, so to me, this camera is still useful. I still use it in my videos. I used it probably in a video that you've probably just seen just recently. And also here, one of these ports, I think it's this one. Nope, not one. Okay. Is the USB, but the USB port to get the information from the camera to your computer is a lot different. It's not like the Fujifilm. It's not like pretty much anything you've ever seen. So you might be able to find it on Amazon. I don't know, but I've still got the original cord, so I'm going to try to keep them both together so that I can find it. Pretty much one of the big draws of the TD20 and 30 were the increased memory internally. And then in here, you can put Sony memory cards or the big size SD cards. And you can see I've got an SD card in there right now. So there you go. That is the Sony HDR TD10. And I still use it even today. Like I said, the color is really good. For some reason with the Sony cameras, you can grade the color a little bit better than other cameras that are 8-bit. For some reason, it's got kind of like a wider range of color. It's really good. So I like this camera and I use it even to this day. This one, I might have paid too much, and I might kind of be regretting this, and pretty soon I might regret this. But I bought this camera. This is the Blackmagic production camera, and it's 4K, and it's the EF style mount. So it takes Canon lenses. I'll see if I can show you the, without flipping you the bird. I'll see if I can show you the sensor. I don't know if that'll come out or not. But inside there is a 35, equivalent to a Super 35. So this doesn't do 3D, but one thing I bought it for is it's got a global shutter. A global shutter means that it takes the full picture right in one bite, so to speak. Now, most of the cameras that you're used to, probably like your cell phone or your GoPro or something like that, has a rolling shutter. So it's taking maybe the first line, the third line, and on, and then it'll come back and get the second line, the fourth line, and so on. This one goes whoop, and takes the whole thing. That means that if you're moving this around, you're not going to get all that wiggly stuff. Now, with a modern cell phone, with AI and stabilization and all that kind of stuff, you're probably not going to see the jelly as much as you used to, but it's still there somewhere. And also lighting, if you use different LED lights, and especially if they have different phases, I found that LED lights have different timings actually, depending on how, the brand, or how cheap or expensive they are and all that kind of stuff. They might have different timings, and what happens is it'll make like these almost black lines that go down your screen just really slowly, though, and sometimes fast depending on your shutter. And with a global shutter, you don't have to worry about what kind of lighting is around. You know how when you go outside and you've got a camera with a adjustable shutter speed, you can use pretty much any shutter speed you want outside because it's the sun. But when you come inside, you're getting all these weird lines, and it looks weird. It's tearing. That's the rolling shutter. This doesn't do that. It'll handle any lighting condition. It's like a film camera, a digital film camera. It'd be like one of those cameras that George Lucas would use in 1999 to film Star Wars Episode 1.
You're funny.
The body is built like a tank. This is made out of aluminum. It's got mounts on the top here, a mount on the bottom, and in here is where you put a solid state hard drive. The touchscreen is very, very nice on here. It's like an expensive cell phone. Unfortunately, this camera is so old now that the internal battery does not take a charge anymore, so I have to plug it in. But fortunately, I have a little portable battery pack that will do a 110 volt plug, so I just plug it into the thing. So anyway, this camera seems to be obsolete for 3D at least, but I'll show you something. I've been using the L'Oreal lens every once in a while on my Blackmagic Pocket 4K, Cinema Pocket 4K, whatever the heck that thing's called, and I noticed that they had a Canon version of this for full frame Canon cameras. Now that's not exactly a full frame, that's almost a full frame. The Super 32 is almost full frame. But I thought, okay, the difference I can see is that there's this little black extension on it, and I was looking at it and I thought, what if I took the black extension off? So I took the black extension off, and I thought maybe underneath there will be a Canon mount. There isn't. But I got to this point. Now, how this works is that light goes in here, the image goes in here, bounces through some mirrors, and then comes out these two little holes right here to your camera's sensor. So all I have to do is take the lens off of this and then hold this, or somehow find a way to strap it on there, and then I can make a split screen 3D image just like I do with my other Blackmagic camera. So that actually might make this camera worth something to me and not a total waste. So anyway, that is the Blackmagic camera, production camera 4K. This is a tiny little camera, and I bought it from eBay, I think. And a whole bunch of people make this little tiny camera. Polaroid even makes one. It's just a little tiny HD cube camera. You can stick it on your bicycle or something. I don't know what you want to stick it on. It's really small. It fits a little micro SD card, and then there's a little USB thing. But this USB is, of course, proprietary, so you have to use the one that comes with it. This little camera is pretty cool, but it's not great. And I did buy another one and tried to put it side by side and make it 3D, but unfortunately these use a variable frame rate or variable compression or some kind of thing like that, and the 3D is just horrible with this, so I just returned that other camera. These are only about 20 bucks, I guess. I don't know, I haven't looked at the current price, but at the time they were about $20. I did put this on a drone. It was pretty cool. I also put it on a paper airplane, and I don't think I showed you that footage, but maybe someday I'll share that footage with you. But that was kind of funny. I just did it just because I knew it was going to be a catastrophe, but hey, you get some kind of film with this little camera. That's pretty funny. So anyway, that's a little tiny camera. Up here, you can see the ill-fated Red camera. Yes, Red camera made a cell phone, and it was 3D. This is the Hydrogen 1. Now, this one I bought from eBay, and unfortunately, that back camera right here, you can see the two little tiny lenses. They're little tiny lenses like that close together. That's a spatial 3D camera, so that's different from a regular 3D camera. The one camera lens is an actual camera, and the other lens is a depth sensor. That, unfortunately, that back camera doesn't work. And I neglected to see that that was being sold for parts on eBay. See, when you buy something on eBay and it says that it's used, that means everything should function on it, but it's been used. Well, this one was sold as parts, so I can't return it. And that back camera doesn't work. The front camera does work in 3D, but it puts a warning on the screen that it's in beta, and I'm sure Red is not updating this phone anymore. And the screen looks really good. It is in 3D, so I might just have it hang around as a screen. I mean, it's as big as my cell phone or bigger. It's like the size of the X-Real Beam Pro that I showed in the last video, or whenever I showed that video. I don't know how many videos I might have made since then. But anyway, that's the Red Hydrogen 1. And then we have Minoru. Minoru was a 3D camera, a 3D webcam. It did 640 and 640 depending, you know, so it was like a 1280 all the way across. So that guy is probably obsolete because I haven't tested it on a modern operating system. I'm not sure if the software will work. When I plugged it in that one time, the eyes didn't come on, but like I said, it may have been that you have to install the drivers, install the software, that kind of thing, before the eyes will light up. I think it was when you started the software it would light up. So anyway, he's probably obsolete by now. I hope you have fun on camera day, and also right around the corner we're going to have 4th of July, and we're celebrating 250 years of America's independence. So get your cameras ready for that. It's going to be big. So keep your glasses on, keep your headsets on, keep your batteries charged, keep your bulbs in your 3D projectors working. Make sure your stuff is still not obsolete by using it. And I'll see you next time. Thanks for watching. Wheatstone Homes is out. Oh. Wait, are you still watching? I mean, you don't have to watch just because I'm on the screen. I mean, you can, there are probably 2 videos up here. You could probably pick one of those and watch it. I mean, you don't have to be here. Are you still watching? I mean, at this point, you're kind of controlling my life because I've got stuff to do, you know. I can't just sit here forever. I need to be doing some things, so you could watch one of the videos, or you could watch this one again. I mean, I'm not opposed to you watching it twice or 3 times. I often do. I mean, I have to edit it, so I kind of see it all the time, but I still watch them, you know, I do. And I'll be looking for your comments and stuff, so. But really, you could pick a video. There might be videos up here. I think they're up here. So you could pick one of those and watch it. Of course, if you're not on YouTube, maybe this is on DOVR, so this is all useless and you're just sitting here watching me. I mean, hey, if I turn around, maybe you can just say, oh, look, nothing's going on. Maybe I should just go on with my life now. No? You know, I'm just going to tell you right now, this video will probably cut out in a moment because the video has to end at some point. So don't be surprised if it just blacks out. Just saying.